of Benue State, Regina George Akume, throw shades at you know who. Hello, everyone. You're so much welcome. Yes, they are married. The news of ex Ife's queen, who just got married to the secretary to the government of the federation, George Akume, has made the news with people saying, "Oh, is she married again? What happened to her and the Arab prince and all of that?" So all those discussions have been going on, and people are still in shock to be like, "How this woman they do fifth husband and all of that." It's her life. It's how she chose to live it, and honestly, she owes nobody an apology. However, the person where this thing they shook for body is understandably George Akume's wife. That's Regina George Akume, who has decided to, whisper some things, and people are thinking that, all is not well in paradise. So, what could be the reason why the madam is coming out now saying, "I have no other husband but him. I do not care what the world says." So, we are thinking, Madam Regina, what can cause you saying you have no other husband but him if it's not you throwing shade at ex-Queen Zaynab? According to a report by Vanguard on Friday, January 2nd, Regina Akume, wife of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and lawmaker, she's also a lawmaker. So this is not just an ex-first lady. Yeah, she's currently a lawmaker. She's representing Boko Taka Federal Constituency in Benue State. So this is a woman whose husband has been the SGF, has been a governor before, and I think 2-term governor, and has always had one political post or the other. And she has decided to also, get into politics. And it's not just it's not an appointment role. She's an elected member, lawmaker representing Boko Taka Federal Constituency. So she's a lawmaker herself. So that means that she has stepped away from just being an ex-first lady. She has checked her own CV, polished herself up, given value, made impact for her people to consider as a Madam ex-first lady. Come and be our lawmaker for Boko Taka Federal Constituency. So she's a senator, if I'm correct, right? So the Madam Regina Akume, no small. Now, she has publicly reaffirmed her marriage to Senator George Akume, stating that she remains committed to him in the midst of the ongoing public commentary about their relationship. So, when people here say, Baba is married to Queen Zaynab, they were like, what's happened to Regina, where everybody know? I think that's his most prominent wife. Some are saying that there was a first wife before she came into the picture, but that was even before he became the governor, right? So is it that they are no longer together? She does say they're together. That nothing is wrong with her marriage, that she's committed to her marriage to him. Her statement was delivered during a New Year mass attended by worshippers and members of the public. The remarks were made in a video that later circulated widely, showing Mrs. Akume speaking directly to congregates inside a church. So Madam Bamaik in the church and addressed the congregation. She addressed the issue calmly but firmly, responding to discussions and interpretations that had emerged in public spaces concerning her marital status and family life. I no be divorcee. I no divorce my husband. I am still my husband's wife. During her address, Ms. Akume explained that her appearance was meant to clarify misunderstandings and reaffirm the unity of our family. noting that she felt compelled to speak in a place of worship. She then made her position clear, stating, "That is my man, and that is my husband. I have no other husband but him. I do not care what the world says." Ah, chai, chai, chai. There is God. What can make a woman who has been with her husband for several years, they've gone through thick and thin. I think their marriage is over 20 something or 30 something years. And all of a sudden, the man just decided to go and bring another woman to marry, not just even bring. They got married. George Akume has officially married and legally married Queen Wuraola. And the marriage no be for Nigeria. They did the marriage in Italy. As you've seen, the pictures that have been shared severally online since the last 2 weeks. They did the marriage where they showed like a civil wedding. Now you come in and say, does it mean that Baba did not do legal marriage with Madam Regina, the ex-first lady? Because from what we know in legal marriages, you cannot be legally married to two women. So if Baba was officially married and legally married to the ex-first lady, would it be possible for him to also be legally married to his new wife, Queen Wuraola? Or is it that Baba is legally married to ex-first lady, that's his wife, Regina George Akume, and can still get married legally to somebody else outside Nigeria? Because the picture we saw, both of them, George Akume and Zaynab, it was like they were living like a registry. Wuraola wore white, like a white gown with veil, you know the way a bride would look, and Baba was wearing suit. Maybe that's why Regina Akume had to come out to say, let me clarify this. So that man is my husband. I have no other husband but him. I do not care what the world says. As members of the congregation responded with applause, wọ́n ṣàyà látẹ̀wọ́ pé ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ màmá, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ tí, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o, n tó mú yín wá máa defend marriage in a public space. Women, they see. Women see a lot when it comes to marriage. And when it gets to a point that a woman has to now come out, an ex-first lady, a present lawmaker representing Boko Taka Federal Constituency, and decide to go to church, right, and tell the congregation during a service that man is my husband. I have no other husband. I do not care what the world says. It's like something is cooking. There's no woman who will like to open her eyes like this, koro koro, and her husband will now marry another woman, especially another woman of the pedigree of Queen Wuraola, who is an international woman. Let's use it like that. Because even if you go to her page or you've been following her story since she married Oni, she has a lot of affiliations with international organizations, humanitarian discussions and conferences and workshops and all of that. That's been her terrain. In fact, it was when she was married to Kabiyesi Oni of Ife that Kabiyesi traveled the most. That was when Kabiyesi was always traveling, because she had a lot of connection over there, and which was good for Kabiyesi's profile at that time. So, why did Madam Regina decide to come out and say, this man is my husband and is my only husband? And we know, say, this could be termed as shade, because Queen Wuraola is not her first, it's not her second, it's not her third, it's not her fourth. This is her fifth marriage. And even she, if you have been following this aproko, even she, Queen Wuraola, through her PA, made a statement that the marriage between her, why she married the SGF, George Akume, is because it is a marriage of partnership in maturity where they have shared purpose and values. Those were our actual words, according to the PA. Anybody that sees the marriage between George Akume, 72-year-old Baba, and Queen Wuraola, who maybe she's in her 40s or 50s, will know that that's a mature marriage. Oh yes, that's a mature marriage. Because they don't taste marriage before. And they are not young people. And whatever brought them together has to be maturity of, okay, what are we into? Kilo ntasi ologbeni. Baba no akini montasi, because it's not as if Baba even wants to have another wife, it's not as if he hasn't seen so many other women. But whatever made him choose her is entirely Baba's palaver. Entirely. So, but everybody knows that that woman is not Ubintoli for oral saying. She's not a never chop. She's not a being pamio. She has a very serious outlook to life. If you see a lot of her pictures, you rarely see the one that she's smiling. She's not a kind of smiley face kind of woman. It's not that she frowns, but she just maintains that cute look on her face. But the kind navigation where that woman sabi navigate in her circle, no be small. Married to an ex-senator, married to an ex-governor of Jigawa State, married to Oni of Ife, married to Arab prince in the Middle East, now married to the secretary to the government of the Federation. Hey, that woman, she has walked her way through. In fact, after this one, by God's grace, you will not marry again. This will be her last and her happiest marriage, inshallah, by God's grace. If she decides to now say this one no work again, now president he go marry next to, because some kind of women, they get coconut head. Anything they want, they don't care. If you not like, make una use head knack transformer. If you not like, make una go hug high functioning transformer. If you not like, make una go besodo. If you not like, make una blogger. She no send anybody papa. She's a Benin woman, proudly Benin woman. She no send anybody papa. If she sees that this 50th marriage no serve her, from the pattern where we don't see, she go waka. She no care. She's not those kind of women of, what will people say? I have to buy here. Is this marriage or nothing? Kuron yala anybody. And that is what made her Iyale, and because Madam Regina George Akume don't become Iyale now, whether she likes it or not, because the husband don't marry him. And honestly, let's be very fair. There's no how your husband would marry another woman that you won't go into depression. Except you don't love the man anymore. Except the man don't tire you. But if the man never tire you, you still love him. You can't go marry one woman. We don't marry 4 times. And you, that's the only husband where you marry. Where you don't date together, not 10 years, not 20 years, almost 30 something years counting. You rich male woman get BPO. But you know one thing, the fact that the Yale, Madam Regina, is also a woman of impact. She said no sit down repete. Say, she my husband don't do governor. I think he was a 2-term governor. I stand to be corrected. You can correct me in the comment section. I think Baba George Akume did 2 terms as Benue State governor. I'm not sure. But currently is the secretary to the government of the Federation. So the mama said no sit down. Say, we don't reach Jerusalem. There's no need to worry again. There's no need to worry again. The woman no grill. She said put her leg like this inside local politics of Benue State. And she won the election, and she's currently the lawmaker of Takwa Community Federal Constituency. in Benue State. So she said no small. That's all we tell women. If una like, make una marry. Sit down rakata. It's not easy, but one thing we do here, according to what we understand, is not some discussions we go discuss and we go choke ourselves. Because as I dey choke, myself dey choke myself, say, don't ever get comfortable as a woman. And that's one of the reasons where any woman will get sense. Even if your husband is the most responsible man on the surface of the earth, even if your husband is the most providing husband in the surface of the earth, no sit down rakata, no scatter body, pack yourself. That when a man now gets to a higher level, maybe in his political career or his business or whatever, the next thing is to get a new woman. And that's why a lot of our Gen Zs now, they will tell you, they know if you suffer with any man. Because they see, say, look at how Madam George Akume has been through thick and thin with this man. To yẹ kí òní ìyá fẹ̀yìntì, kí bàbá máa fọwọ́ pa lára, tó òun náà máa fọwọ́ pa bàbá lára, another woman don't enter picture. And you know men, the moment they marry another new wife like this, it go dey shock them. It will shock them. And the yale will now be shattered. Because no woman can close her eyes and imagine what your husband does to you when in a day corner. The adult things that you're doing that gives you joy, that keeps you relaxed, that you guys share kokorikoko. You're now imagining your husband doing the same thing, even more, to another woman. That thing can make some women crazy. It makes some women, they lose concentration, they enter the prayer, they no go fit chop, they go, they cry, because there is no how the man will do it at that time. You are not the one shacking the man. Now the new woman go, they shack the man. You go become too familiar, because you don't shook, you doke, you do. Now don't doke for almost 30 years. Now don't doke, born 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pikin. And the guy, when a man sees a new punani, their brain go jump out of their head like this. And you, the yale, will now become, Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú àwọn obìnrin. Don't let me even go deeper, because I can just imagine what this woman is going through for her to say, that man is my man. I have no other husband. Ọkùnrin can make you question your existence. A man, your lover, your husband, the love of your life, the father of your children, Tomba Doworubai, can make you as a woman sit down and question, God, why did you create me? Because you feel a sense of low self-esteem, low self-worth, and you start feeling that you're not woman enough. It's not about you. It's about what he wants to do. That's it. A man who has decided to cheat, date another woman to the point of marrying her, no be one day job. It is not a one day job. And even from that time, before he got to the stage of marrying the other woman, because I believe they've been dating for some time, the thing go down, they affect you. The man go, they lie. I have a meeting in Kiniko in Cairo. Otilo is a lie for him to have time for the other woman. And you go on the hug pillow. A man that is very busy before, that maybe he has 2 days of rest, that's supposed to be with you and your children and your family. Kò tún ní dúró. Àti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tiẹ̀, àti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì the other woman, wọ́n á pàdé ní bóyá Burj Khalifa ní Dubai, wọ́n á lọ ṣayé, ìwọ á máa dìrọ̀ mọ́ pillow, wọ́n á máa ranjú. You will not know that the shock of your life is coming. May God help us women, no? Because the truth of the matter is, this thing is not going to stop. It is not going to stop. Women will not stop marrying married women. Women that are in their husband's house, we don't suffer with man, we don't build with man. They go see they chop breakfast. It is a reality. Nobody knows what can happen. You might think that, you can never cheat on your husband, you always be faithful, he can't do this to you. They play. Wait till we talk. They play. If you need your mental health to the end of your life, you don't want your mental health to be depreciated. Give him that benefit of doubt. Surely, 100% brain me. I love you. I've given you everything. I've given you children. I've sacrificed for you. I've loved you. I've given you different styles. I've given you male child, female child. We have succeeded. We don't build house. We don't get this. We don't get that. But if you want that your mental health of 100% to be in full capacity to you, to your old age, to play with your grandchildren, give 30% allowance. In case ìmọ̀ ìbá lọ dọwọ́rú, kí gbogbo orí má lọ yí dànù. So that when he now does, it will not hit you to the ground. That's it. Because I can just imagine what this mama, I'll call her mama, yeah, because she should be in her 60s too. I can just imagine what she's going through. It's hard. It's very hard. When a new woman comes in, forget it. The man will neglect you. Because that new woman will feel like she's the chosen one. There's no how when a man and a woman first meet themselves, when they just get married, that time, there's nothing when na do we go wrong for na eye. It's the time of ecstasy. It's the time of baga, 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 baga. Everything could just torture each other. Where you can't sit down for us, they cry. Omo, aparel. Anything will go happen. No, you can only try your best. And there are some things that are beyond your control as a human, especially as a woman and a wife. Try your best, but make you no go pafuka yourself. Mrs. Akume, who currently serves as a federal lawmaker, emphasized that her family remains intact and focused on its responsibilities. Her comments were directed at speculation that had circulated without official confirmation, prompting her decision to speak on this rather than allow continued assumptions. The setting of the statement, a New Year Mass, when they were having a New Year Mass in their church, they are Catholics, underscores the personal and solemn nature of her message. Attendees at the service listened attentively as she addressed the matter, framing her remarks as a personal declaration rather than a political statement. Men go make you do personal declaration for places for needless reasons. Honestly, as a public figure and spouse of a senior government official, Mrs. Akume has remained largely reserved about her private life. It's true. In fact, if you go on Google, go and put Mrs. Regina George Akume, wife of George Akume. You can just find few stories about her. She's a very private person. She's a very private, even when she was the first lady of Benue State. She was private. She was exclusive. Now, because her husband don't go marry Madam Zaynab, the woman have to come out and start saying, that man is my man. I have only one husband. I don't care what the world thinks. Men will let you question your sanity. Some men will let you question your sanity. They will do you dirty. That if you know hold your brain tight and hold your heart, now IBP go buy person. Except you don't love that man. Except you're falling out of love with that man. But if it's the man you really love, he go shake you. You go shake you. You go explain, tire. No evidence. But this one evidence today because she's been with him for a long time. Let's continue. I'm reading from Vanguard. She's always been reserved about her private life. Her decision to speak during the church service marked one of the few occasions she has directly addressed personal matters in a public forum. Good evening, everyone. To those who are joining, good evening. You're so much welcome. We're about to round up now, so I'll quickly summarize what we've been doing. Thank you so much for joining. The video continues to circulate across various platforms, drawing attention to our remarks and the circumstances under which they were made. Mrs. Akume's statement stands on a direct response to public discussion delivered in her own words and setting without further elaboration beyond the message she chose to convey. I like how she conveyed the message. That man is my man. I have no other husband. I don't care what the world says. She did not say, he's my man. Nobody can. Àwọn tó bá lọ́pọlọ, a wise person, an emotionally intelligent person can talk. But at the same time, it will take people who get oil of wisdom in their brain to know. An emotionally intelligent person might not speak too much, but you see the few words they speak. Ọmọ ọgbọ́n ló lè yé o. These are not kind of people that he killed my husband. He killed my husband. She got my husband. That's too low. Ó wà fẹ́ authority ẹ̀ ni. Èmi níyàwó, mi ò dẹ̀ lọ́kọ mi, èmi ò ń ṣe ọlọ́kọ rẹpẹtẹ. Oh my God. Mama yìí, this shade, the way she do the shade, you get as it be. But honestly, now woman they do woman. Let me quickly go into the comment section of this particular write-up. Somebody said, she's a clever Benue woman. She still remain number one for life. Another person said, it's good to make your position clear, but there is no smoke without fire. As a writer, you should have told your audience that George Akume married a new wife and was just wedded by a Catholic bishop while Regina is still there. Another said, you two collected him from another woman, so you don't need to complain. Lobaton. Àwa kọ́ la sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Commenter kan lórí blog yìí ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ repeat nǹkan tó sọ. You two collected him from another woman, so you don't need to complain. Is it true? Same. This Madam Regina to snatch him from another woman. Because I've seen somewhere when somebody said, Regina is not Baba's first wife. I've heard that somewhere. I just cannot authenticate it. Maybe if we check Google again, we could find out. Say, this Madam ex-first lady, where they talk now, is not Baba's first wife. But now the wife, we don't stay the longest with him, has been first lady of Benue State and all of that. Hey, Arogo. In fact, people know they forget things. So I don't know about that one, so I'm not sure. Commenter lo sobe, awakola sobe. Another person said, when women see money, nothing again. So far, there's servicemen also, if you're not God-fearing person. I don't understand this. Another person said, Baba Akume like Toto well at 72. You see, they have secrets corner. Another person said, that is your own wahala. Who your family help? Okay, I will stop because our comments were very insultive. Imagine go further. But for her to say, I have no other husband but him. I do not care what the world says. Men, just be, I don't know. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin àti ìyàwó, ó máa ń lágbára. And gone are the days, Gone are the days that married, mature men go for only single young ladies. In fact, another married woman, unfortunately, is more of a threat to your own marriage as a married woman. In fact, side chicks are not LAB people again. I'm not dragging anybody. You have the right to be a side chick if that is what you want to be, with your full chest, because those kind of things are not going to stop. Ibi tó bá kọ wájú sẹ́lòmíì, ẹ̀yìn ló máa kọ sẹ́lòmíì. This is a mature platform. Any decision you decide to take, you want to be a man's wife, be it with your full chest. You want to be a man's side chick, be it with your full chest. Anything that comes with it, chop am. E good, you chop am. E bad, you chop am. You and yourself and your God and whatever you've done, God see everybody. because second wife will not stop. And for a woman to become a second wife, you go besides chick before the man decide to wife you. And in some settings, being a second wife is not a wrong thing. In fact, second wife for me, they don't get time. Some second wives are so accomplished, they are so successful, they are so beautiful. Maybe they've had marriage before, they have their own children. Kò ń ṣe pé ọmọ ló ń wá, kò ń ṣe pé owó ọkọ gan ló ń wá, owó báwo ni Yorùbá ṣe máa ń pò yẹn náà, owó kinní kan tó kinní kan jẹ. Some women are they are already self-made on their own. So if your husband talu wọn and decide to marry them as second wife, number one, they don't even want your husband to be, they want your husband to gbálé fún wọn, kó máa sanwó ẹ̀ kó gbé wọn síbẹ̀. They don't even want your husband to be sleeping there every day. They want him to be going and be coming. Because even them, nígbà tó ń run shop mẹ́ta mẹ́rin as a woman. Some women have shop in Lagos. They have in Abuja. They have in Trade Fair. Before they manage each shop, before they do adverts, before they do their invoices, before they finish their orders, so they don't even have time to give any man 24 hours attention. I'm talking to mature people here. I'm not talking to 21, 22-year-olds old. And even such women are not waiting for their new husband to pay the school fees of their children that they've had before. I'm talking about adult setting here. They don't have time. They don't have, their life is revolving around them already. They don't set their rules for demand. Say, oh, look, Benny, you want to marry me? These are my terms, oh. I'm not coming to your house. You get a place for me. Baba go get them. You'll be going home to your wife or to my yale. Go and do 4 days there. You come and do 3 days here. You cannot come and be here because I don't want wahala. You're a married man, you told me. And I want to respect you and you're my yale. Some women don't have time for wahala. In fact, it can take a while. Now the yale self go look, say, this kind of wife with my husband married, this one no even, she no send. She sees me at a maybe family function, she will greet me nicely, face her own lane. And you can now be cordial. But there are some lori buruku women, I will use that word, because any woman that intentionally wants to oppress another woman, to upset her from her marriage, I'm not against second wives, but if your intention is to destroy the foundation another woman has labored for, if you are the cause of that woman being distressed, if you are the cause of that woman almost running mental, if you're the cause of that woman not having joy in her life anymore, God, there's something called karma. I don't care whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Sheshio. But if your own is, yes, okay, I've agreed to be a second wife, but I will just sit down in my lane. I'm not wishing her bad. I'm not destroying her marriage to my husband. I'm facing my lane and my business. Because that man will carry you enter as wife too, where you dey shine teeth like Aaron Sunsun. The next woman is available as outside. The way that you think that your Yale's PP has become old, when the man Nakademus you too for another 5-10 years, you self go become old school. Another person will be the apple of his eyes. But you will now be able to say, bí mo ṣe ṣe fún ìyálé mi, ni kí ìyàwó mi ṣe fún mi. How many women can say that in a polygamous setting? We have a lot of notable women that can say that. We do. They are not married to a man because they want to destroy his marriage. No. Wọ́n kàn fẹ́ wá bí tán máa jókòó sí ni, wọ́n ń ṣe ní wàhálà, wọ́n ò ráyè. Some women, àárọ̀ 7 o'clock gan wọ́n ti wọnú mọ́tò, wọ́n lọ sí shop number 1. Bí tó ti wà fóònù gan ti fẹ́ blow off tán. Your husband will even be the one calling you, madam, how are you? I'm fine, I will call you back. Nígbà tí customer ti fẹ́ fi call báyé ẹ̀ jẹ́ tó wọ́n wọnú account ẹ̀ prin. Tó ń rówó tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tó you are not waiting for your new husband pé daddy àti ìjẹun. This is 2026. Any woman still sitting down doing that rubbish, you are not well packaged. You better go and ṣiṣẹ́ kó faṣẹ́. Kó dúró dédé. A man go, a man come. Now your own child be your own. We no fit go, we no fit come. And like I said, I like the fact that Madam George Akume, oh no, she for all saying she didn't sit down rakata. Kó fẹ́ frapa. Ex-first lady. Kó máa ṣe old glory. She didn't let herself be. She polished herself. She didn't say, oh, because my husband is the Secretary General of the Federation, I will now just be going for. The woman shaprapra. She self use leg, enter politics, her leg strong, very well. She is a federal lawmaker representing her constituency. Now beans. That's why we're always telling women, don't be too relaxed. We will say because of childbirth, Elwi already grandma. It's hard. Being a wife and a mother is the hardest job a woman can ever do. And in the midst of everything, if you allow yourself, kuma bi mo bi ekueda, kuma rayi ara ẹ, kuma le develop ara ẹ, kuma le develop mental capacity ẹ, kuma le develop career or business ẹ, is your luck. You cannot say, I was the one that was with him. That's why I didn't further my life. Wàhálà ti ẹ nìyẹn. Ìwọ ló gba nonsense. You are the one that collected nonsense. Yes. Ìtò yẹ kó bímọ kan, kó sáré faṣẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ ní nǹkankan dání ná. Àbí kó sáré parí degree ẹ̀ kó mú yẹn dání ná. Wà sáré bí kejì àbí kẹtẹ̀ wà bí kẹrin bí ẹni tó ń ṣépè fún. Wà á ti fọmọ kọ́kọ́ fi wòṣẹ́ ọmọ ṣe rẹ̀ léṣe ẹlòmíì go ní support. Wà á ti dàbí ọmọ 56 when you are still 36 years old. Common sense. Girl child is the one that always have common sense. That's how you see that our mothers, they were always on our case. If you see the way a normal Nigerian setting, the girl child, oma kowa to the teeth ni. Ìwé tọ́mọ ọkùnrin kà yẹn, ó máa kà á. In a normal setting, so our family dysfunctional family, because they know that it is when you don't have options that you be doing rada káàkiri. Bó jẹ́ iṣẹ́ ló fẹ́ kọ́ kó mọ̀ dákú. Tó bá yẹ pé ìwé ló fẹ́ kà kó mọ̀ dákú. Má yẹ kí èèyàn kan fi childbirth gbàláfíà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Àbí kó má fi childbirth dè ẹ́ mọ́lẹ̀. Kó máa lé àwọn accomplished women káàkiri. They play. Some women are realizing this after years and they are full of regrets. So don't ever in your life say that your whole life should. Yes, you can take a pause. Maybe when you just get married, you're having your first child. Maybe you need to slow things down. Má jẹ́ ó pẹ́ jù. Má jẹ́ ó pẹ́ o. Some women don't even slow down. You know you don't have to push your meta by after maternity leave. Oh yeah, why you come to my joke when my my career has to move on. Women know they agree now. Look at how women are tearing different things. Cars, houses. Because wọ́n mú iṣẹ́ yẹn ní òkúkúdùn ni. Ìwọ kan tó bá lórí ẹ̀ wá yí sẹ́yìn, you want to be going. Au revoir mo sí òní. Because I don't see why a man of 72 decides to. Maybe like some people were defending, maybe Baba just needs new blood. Because a Madam Regina who thinks that this is my man, I have no other husband. Yes, that's the only husband she has ever had, according to what we heard. And after many years of being with that man, and the man has reached the peak in his life as the Secretary General of the Federation, the man now decided to go and fare ọlọ́kọ márùn. Her face go first blur. Her eyesight máa kọ́kọ́ blur náà pé ọ̀gbẹ́ni ó tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tí ò tiẹ̀ tí ì má rírì ká mọ̀ pé òkè ẹlẹ́jẹ̀ tútù ló fẹ́ fẹ́. But I'm not castigating Madam Wuraola o. That's her destiny. Bó dẹ̀ ṣe wà yẹn, she no get time. If this baba too wọ́n bá yẹ̀ sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ báyìí a tún fi wọ́n lẹ̀ pò ó move on nìyẹn. Bóyá president country ló máa fẹ́ next. Tó bá pé nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ dá ẹ̀ destiny fún nìyẹn. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ni bàgà lè ṣe sí. A máa pariwo àrànjú ẹni ẹlẹ́ni move on pẹ̀lú life ara ẹ̀ ni. Kò rányàn She doesn't have friends. You can't say, oh, these are particular friends online. Even when she was married to Oni of Ife, she was a lane minder. She doesn't do joint body. And that's why when the thing was not moving again, after 17 months when she married our king, she carried her slippers, she zoomed off. So, one or two things to learn. And honestly, there's no analysis we do here. We always learn. And that's why we share perspective from different angles. I'm not saying that being Baba's second wife is wrong. There's nothing wrong in being a second wife. I'm not saying that because you are Yale, they marry another woman on top of your head now. You now want your life to pin. O fẹ́ kó kún ẹ̀mí ẹ já, wàhálà tiẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tó bá sunkún kó nu ojú ẹ. Dàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì kó kun powder kó gba ibiṣẹ́ ẹ lọ. Or kó lọ join gym. Kó sweat out to stress yẹ. Kó rí ẹ má bàa yí sẹ́yìn. Kó má wọn ọmọ ẹ kó pay attention sí wọn. Kó dẹ̀ decide láti fúnra ẹ láyọ̀. Shikina. Because if you say you're not serving your husband breakfast, if your husband serve you breakfast, you want to wash in and see yourself? You can't. Life has to go on. Life is not going to wait for it. Because that ọkùnrin tó fẹ́ para ilé lórí yẹn, ó ti ń ṣe ṣìnà lójú ẹ̀mí ẹ̀. Ó wá tó fẹ́ kú. Ọjọ́ tó ta ẹ bá ti kú báyìí, ọ̀gá ó máa náàkì sílẹ̀ máa fi mọ́ ni. Ibi tó ta ẹ bá wà nù ibi tó ń gbé bọ́dì ẹ̀ sí tí ò tiẹ̀ tí ì gan. Bàbá náàkì ló ń tiẹ̀ ni. So we as women, we go dey talk sense into ourselves, into our brains for ourselves like this. This is 2026. Iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ, your degree is your own. Your trade, your skill is your own. Your business is your own. Your investment is your own. The house you buy for yourself is your own. There are some things that are exclusively your own. If you like, no wise up. Jẹ́ kán lọ fún ẹ breakfast, kán lọ gbé ọlọ́kọ mẹ́fà lé ẹ lórí. Wàá ké. Tó bá ké tán wàá nu ojú ẹ. But when a man is ready to move on and decide to marry a woman on top of you, there's nothing you can do. Tó bá kán lọ tiẹ̀ kó lọ ṣèkà. Tí kà bá dà lé ẹ lórí wàhálà tiẹ̀ nìyẹn o. That's why I'm saying, get so busy that you won't have time for nonsense. Get so busy with yourself that nothing moves you anymore. Báwọn ìyá wa kan ṣe ń gbà yẹn ni. Báwọn bàbá bá ti dọwọ́ rú bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n máa jókòó tí bójá màlà ló ń tà, wọ́n á tà màlà yẹn dáadáa, tó máa fa màlà yẹn kọ́lé, tó máa fi kọ́lé pẹ̀tẹ́ẹ̀sì, tó máa fi lówó lọ́wọ́, tó máa gbádùn, tó máa rán ọmọ lọ sí abroad. Bí bàbá gan fún wọn lówó, they don't care. Àwọn ló máa padà jẹun wọn mọ́. Because you have to, life is in phases. So you need to understand what phase of life am I right now? What do I need to do? What is working? What is not working? What can I work on? What is beyond my control? Do the SWOT analysis of your life. Nobody can do it for you. Because story ẹ bá yí, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó rí wá yí. Ìwọ nìkan ló máa dá wà láàárọ̀. Tó bá lọ para ẹ, ìwọ nìkan ló máa jù sínú sàárè, àwọn ọmọ ẹ ò ní tẹ̀lé ẹ o. Ọkùnrin tó bá ọkọ ẹ àbí boyfriend ẹ tó fẹ́ torí ẹ para ẹ, tó ti ń ṣe side chick lójú ẹ, tó ti ń gbóbìnrin mi tó fi ń yún ẹ lójú, ṣé tó bá kú tó máa stop ni? Dey play. Madam George Akume has taught me a lesson today. Something I've known before but has been reiterated. The fact that she's a federal lawmaker, they make my body sweet. Say that mama too no be somebody wey be say she go dey put hand for head say if I had known I would have changed my own career. The woman no gree for anybody. Being a woman and a member of the federal House of Representatives, whatever, lawmaker, constituency, gboko kini kan, no be my. She's a valuable asset to our constituency. So she no go sit down like woman wey go just house the tie wrapper. Ayé ìgbà yẹn ti lọ. So if a 60-something-year-old woman is accomplished like this, and her husband still go carry somebody who have married 4 times before on top arm, so who is safe again? Nobody is safe. So make we use our head. This 2026. So if you let your brain sleep too much, now your wahala. If you are worried about something, you better worry here than kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa ṣiṣẹ́ bí ẹni máa dákú. Kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa tọ́jú ara ẹ̀, kó máa lọ sí spa, kó máa mumi, kó máa ṣe training YouTube wà ńbẹ̀. There's nothing you want to learn on YouTube that you cannot learn. Go and pay for courses, improve yourself, move with quality people. What circle do you want to enter? What do you need to enter the circle? Do you need to be able to speak well? Do you need to be able to dress well? Do you need to have your degree or your master's degree? Focus. So that when any man wá fẹ́ ṣorí burúkú, kò ní bá ẹ lójijì. Ìwọ gan máa dúró dáadáa. And you know this thing, when your husband is dating a side chick for outside, that side chick go zoom light on you, you no go know. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àlè ló máa mọ̀ ìyàwó ilé ò kì í má lè. A kọ́ sáìsì ẹ̀ pé ṣé lè bi lélẹ̀, ṣé lè máa mú, ṣé lè tiẹ̀ kàwé, ṣé lè mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ, ṣé lè dúró ní àwùjọ àwọn kìnìkan á sáìsì ẹ̀ wò ó dé bẹ́yàn kọ́kọ́ compete. Na so life be o. Na so life be. Life is not fair. But you have to decide what you want it to be fair to you on. And that's why I said, go on Google if you don't know what it means. Excuse me. It's called SWOT analysis. Go and sit down and do the SWOT analysis of your life. By the time you understand it, wàláì, àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan wà tó tiẹ̀ ní worry ara ẹ̀ fún mọ́. Àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan dẹ̀ wà tó dẹ̀ máa ṣe tó mọ̀ pé I need to work this out with myself. I need to sit it out with myself and improve my appearance. I need to start doing intermittent fasting so that I can shed some weight. I need to start making my hair. I need to get a low cut. I need to start doing my skin care. Tó o bá lówó láti lọ sí spa, go and get honey and sugar. Kó po papọ̀, kó fi scrub ara ẹ, exfoliate your skin. Skin ẹ á jáde, kó jẹun tó dáa, kó sùn. Má fi wàhálà para ẹ. Ẹjọ́ tó bá pè ẹ́ sí má dá sí. Me, I've learned from Madam Regina this night, yo. Madam Regina, your life is beautiful. Ọlọ́run ti ṣe federal represent lawmaker ní, nobody can say you are nobody. And to your wife, tó ń ṣe fẹ́ lé ẹ lórí náà, she might not be a wàhálà person. Honestly, because like I always say, I do my own analysis from different perspectives. Queen Wulaola might not be a wàhálà person. She might be somebody that could be the fi sí ló máa jókòó sí, because she's a lane minder. So, Baba is the one. And when he, oh God, àwọn ọkùnrin àforí jágbọ́n tán, obìnrin á máa ṣe báyìí, ilé náà máa ṣe báyìí. Àwọn wá dákẹ́ sáàárín. Àwọn wá dákẹ́ innocently. Àwọn délé kú ẹ̀dá. So Queen Wuraola might not be a troublesome person. She might not pass her lane. Ó gbé ọ̀nà kan wá bí forí sí ni tó ra jókòó. So kí bàbá ṣàtúnṣe. Kẹ́ respect ara yín, respect your ìyálé to respect ìyàwó. Ọ̀gá George Akume, grandpa, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ máa share official duties. Kẹ́ ṣe timetable. Tí Madam Akume bá lọ fún eléyìí, kí Madam Wuraola Zaynab náà lọ fún eléyìí. Life is not hard. Some people do polygamy very well and there's no problem. Jọ gbélé kan náà lè sùn léra yín lórí. Kàn wá cordial lẹ́ẹ̀kan tó bá ti meet ara yín, kólúkálùkù face life problem ẹ̀. And when it comes to mature people like this, I don't even think there should be problem. That the mama will now come on stage and be saying, that is my man. I have no other husband. I don't care what the world says. You know, it is what it is. But if you're not learning, I'm going to tell you for free, I am really, really learning. And you know something? As long as we are alive, we have to learn till the day we die. Ọjọ́ tí èèyàn bá ti kú, ni ò ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ learn mọ́. But as long as we are alive, we'll learn from people's experiences. We'll pick what we can pick to make our own lives better. And we'll also know that this life, you can be looking at a figure and it's 6 to you, and somebody else can be looking at the same figure and it can be 9 to the person. So there's no right or wrong, ìyálé or ìyàwó. Nǹkan t'Ọlọ́run bá dà sí ẹ lágbádá, kó ṣe kíni, kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa yán. Àgbàdo t'Ọlọ́run bá ti dà sí ẹ lágbádá báyìí, máa yán kó má bàa jóná. Kó máa yán kó má bàa jóná. Because tó bá lọ wà distracted, àgbàdo ẹ yóò jóná. Níbi tó ti ranjú mọ́ tẹni ẹlẹ́ni, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kágbàdo wa jóná. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year once again. We'll see you in the next video. I wish you peace in your heart and happiness in your homes. Ire o.